Welcome to the Jewish Platform's very first unique, actual live interview. Let me just tell you for 1 minute about the Jewish Platform. When Corona hit, schools were being shut down, yeshivas were being shut down. Right away we realized that there is no platform for the From Olam. There's a beautiful place for shiurim. There's a beautiful place for news, but there's no place for From Yidden to be able to go for inspiration, for stories, for Jewish music, and for nice, beautiful topics to see what's actually going on in the From world. We therefore created the Jewish Platform. On our itinerary, Be'ezus Hashem, we will be having a lot more coming up. We have many programs coming up, Be'ezus Hashem, but keep tuned in to see what we have in store. And now we are going to cut away for our live interview. Okay, so today we have the privilege to have with us Motty Ilowitz and Moshe Schwartz. Motty Ilowitz, one of the most famous producers, performers, and artists in the From world. You started your career about 15 years ago as a batchen and composer. A couple of years later, you became the From singer, especially in the Heimische and Hasidische worlds. You both inspire people by a chipper or a mitzvah tanz. You're there, you could tap into everybody's emotions, but on the other hand, you could be geschmack, fun, as in the music video and the song Battle, which I absolutely love.
Thank you.
And of course, when a company like Mass Mutual went to China, they brought you along to perform for them. Hopefully we'll find out how that was.
You mentioned China, correct?
Oh, yeah. We shouldn't be talking about China now. But anyways, on the other side, we have Moshe Schwartz. Moshe Schwartz is one of the top From guitarists, but recently you went solo. You started taking your own gigs, and right away you were grabbed. The people loved you. You were in extremely high demand right away. People started grabbing you for gigs. About a month ago, just over a month ago, Moshe came out with his first music video, Lassos. People loved it. It has almost 50,000 views on YouTube. I watched it right away. I loved it. It was beautiful. And it was just about a week later that both of them together, Motty and Moshe, came out with a music video together, Man Hartz. Man Hartz is a cover of the Israeli song called Halev Shali. It's a beautiful song. Everybody loved it. The problem was that many of the Yiddish-speaking and English-speaking community could just not understand it. They put out a beautiful cover of that song. I think it came out at Sunday morning. By Monday morning, I was following it. I was monitoring it. By Monday morning, they actually had 10,000 views. The Olam loves it. We're going to have that song. We're going to have that music video on our site in just a minute. First, I want to ask the two of them about the song. Whose idea was the music video? Halev Shali. Man Hartz.
I think it all started when? In Panama? Moshe, you
Panama
remember?
City, Sukkot.
We were together, Sukkot in Panama, and we sang together. No? Moshe, speak up.
We were just improvising at the beach every night, Chol Hamoed, and there was no plan, and people actually loved that. People came over to us afterwards and said, Motty, Moshe, the combination of your voices is quite interesting.
Yeah. Basically, we sang every night, and it was very chilled and easy and interesting, and we did a lot of cool stuff. And people, they suggested that we should do something together. And Halev Shali came out. I think you called me.
It was a couple of weeks later. We were talking the whole time. A guy type of steam, we're going to do something, and we both said, yeah, of course, we're going to do.
Yeah, I loved Halev Shali, obviously. And I had a dream to translate it in Yiddish. I think it's an amazing song, one of a kind. And,
Wow, beautiful. Let me ask you another question. Both of you. Now, Halev Shali, for those that don't know the lyrics yet, it kind of talks about somebody that's brokenhearted. Halev Shali or Man Hartz is Tzitalt and Zwaya, right? and somebody that's heartbroken, and the only one that could help him is the Ribono Shel Olam. Beautiful lyrics. And today's days, the matzav that's going on in the world, the song is extremely noigaya to us. But let me ask you, from all the beautiful Israeli songs, why did you pick Halev Sheli to do a cover of?
I felt I was giving Motty a challenge at that point because the lyrics in Halev Sheli in Hebrew, of course, it's the most popular song. Everyone loves it. But the lyrics, very few people understand. I'm talking about here in the United States. In New York, the Yiddishe Vinkel, nobody really understands the lyrics. So I kind of asked Motty, can you put it into words that everyone should understand? And I kind of thought it was a joke that will end there. And then Motty called me back like 24 hours later and said, Moshe, I have a draft, some basic words what I was thinking about. And I was blown away. It was the first time that I realized that I thought I understood the song till then. And I really did not understand it until he wrote the Yiddish lyrics.
Wow, wow, wow. Let me ask you, Motty sent you the first draft, all right? He sent it to you, you said within 24 hours. What was your first thought on that? What were you thinking then? 24 hours, that's extremely quickly. It's a difficult song. It's confusing lyrics.
It is, yeah.
What was your take?
I was thinking, A, never challenge Motty Ilowitz again. And B, what I already said. That's when I started to understand the words and the meaning of the song.
Yeah, and as I mentioned before, always, since the song came out, I wanted to do this. And he told me that, let's do it for real. And mamish, I right away sat down and I decided I want to do it. And it's difficult. The tune is difficult. And I wanted to keep the same feel, the same vibe, the same words even. I left Halev Sheli, Mispadila Mechoil. I even wanted to keep Nikra L'Shnayim, Tetalten Tzvayin. It should have the same feel. So it was difficult, but I loved the challenge, and Baruch Hashem, it came out beautiful.
It came out beyond beautiful. Once we're talking about how absolutely beautiful it came out, and I've played it at home, in the car, wherever I was, I've played it many, many, many times, and there's a certain feeling towards it. Now, I'm in production. I've made a couple of films and other stuff. Every film, every song, every production has its climax. It has that part that's wow. All right? Now, if you recall, the second time over, the low part, you have a solo over there, and you finish off. What's that last line over there?
Viel wie ich halt schon bam, schwell wie ich ot falt sam. Ich bank und schwenk, de Tränen sich tief in jam.
So that part of the song, what that means is you feel like you're falling apart. You feel like you're actually sinking. You're drowning in the ocean, right? Yeah. And the way you portrayed it was that you actually can't carry on anymore. And you just let off with your solo. And then you did an incredible thing. You go to Moshe's guitar and you knock on his guitar. You bang on his guitar a couple of times, and it portrays that you just can't anymore, right? And then Moshe went ahead. He owned that solo. He lifted you out of the depths of the water. He took that solo and he aced it. He infused it with so much life, and knowing production, I know that must have been something that was planned out to every detail, and it was extremely difficult to portray, and you portrayed it 1,000%. Tell me about those 20 seconds.
I think actually it's very interesting for the audience to hear. It was last minute.
Wow.
Yeah, it wasn't planned. I think it was on the spot. Yeah. We heard the instrument, which I think the instrument itself is an interesting concept.
Oh, 1 second. It wasn't you actually just banging on the guitar?
It wasn't. No. It's basically, it's in the music video. It's an instrument I think we found in the studio. Yeah. On the wall. And while we were shooting the video, I said, it feels like somebody's knocking. Let's use the same sound and actually do it. And we went for it.
Wow. And you took that solo and you just owned it. You kind of, like, the way I see it is, you have a tzibroch and a mensch. You have somebody that's gone, and you just lifted him up. Tell me about your experience with that song, with that solo.
You can't really describe it. I mean, if someone would be banging on your guitar, you would ace the solo as well. But it's just, when you connect to the song, everything that you see there was natural. There's nothing artificial. There's nothing that was like, oh, we're going to do this. And like nothing was written beforehand. Like, we had a great director and producer on the video, Moshe Grunfeld, and everything else
We'll
was
bring
done on the
Moshe
spot.
in a second, right?
Everything else was done on the spot. And when you connect to the song, that's what comes out.
Wow. And honestly, I did not know this before the interview. I did not believe that that was possible, but probably that was there's a certain feel when you watch it that you see it's really, really, really coming from the heart.
Yeah.
And that's probably what it is. You're saying it wasn't scripted. You just went for it, and that's probably why that video has that power. Now, let me ask you a question. You said it wasn't scripted, but you started working on it Sickest, and it just came out exactly a month ago. What goes in? I'm sure that many people in our audience want to know what goes into making such a music video. Do you record in studio? Do you record live? Do you prep a bunch of times? The arranging, the mixing. How does all of that work, and who did it?
So Motty did all the writing, and then we ended up going to the studio together to Baba and Nir there in Williamsburg, two very talented individuals. And we sat down with an acoustic guitar and we started singing and started making a sketch. What are we going to do? What key are we doing it in? What tempo? And we basically arranged the music all together. And it took like probably 2 to 3 sessions between the music and the vocals. It schlepped a long time from Sickest till it came out, not because it took a long time to make.
Yeah, but Moshe gets the credit because Moshe Mamish spent hours and hours. I had to run to Chasana. He had to run to Chasana. We had to order food. It took hours and hours and hours. And I think we have to mention that this is Yiddishe Ribo's song. And Yiddishe Ribo is exceptionally amazing. And even after the song came out, that's important to know. I have a friend. He is a Chabad Shliach in Mexico. And he's a good friend of Yiddishe. And he sent him the tune, and Yiddishe loved it. Baruch Hashem, the regards. The feedback was amazing. But we actually came into the studio, and Moshe decided to listen to the song again from Yiddishe Ribo and to get the feel and to see where we can take it and how to do something different. We spent a lot of hours together, and Moshe, thank you for spending the time. And Baruch Hashem, everything was live music, real music, and yep.
And that's Taka probably why it was so successful. I saw Moshe Grunfeld, the one that actually produced the music video. He showed me 2 days later or something like that. He actually showed me that even B'Chadrei Charaidim, or one of the big Israeli websites, one of the big Israeli news sites, picked it up, and they had an article about it, how this went out. But now that we're talking about Moshe, come here for a second. Let me ask you a couple of questions. First thing is, Moshe was involved in probably every big production that happened in the past 5 years. He's just quiet, and he's behind the scenes of everything. And on the latest production that I did, The Skull of a Genius, Moshe was my right-hand man. But more so now, while we are doing the Jewish platform, Moshe isn't just the right-hand man, Moshe is the man. Moshe, let me ask you, when is the first time that you heard about this music video? I also want to ask you, why aren't you wearing gloves, Moshe? Okay.
Well, it was actually when we shot the music video for Lassos. Right after when we were done, Moshe approached me about the concept, and I was beyond excited. I love the song generally. Who doesn't? But when he gave me the words and the whole concept with him and Motty, it just touched every emotion that I had in my. It just took me over. So I just had to jump on to the train and ride along.
Wow. Now let me ask you. First thing is, I know video. I've been in that line for some time. Video production usually takes a very long time with a lot of planning, a screenplay, and many other things. How long did it actually take from when you found out about from when Motty and Moshe gave you the go-ahead until the video was done?
Well, yeah, it usually takes a long time. But the go-ahead, I think, was Wednesday or Tuesday. Wednesday, we shot the music video. It was done by 3 o'clock, about 3, 4 o'clock. The next afternoon, we had everything done and basically edited. With just a few touch-ups that we had to do later on. But it was like it was a 24-hour project.
Wow. That is incredible. I'm in the video field. I've never seen anything turned over that quick. There are 2 questions I want to ask you about the production. First thing is, we see music videos all the time. And generally speaking, they're, in a place with nice scenery or nice themes, or it's acted out. And usually they're very nice. And you were bold. You went ahead and you decided you're not going with any of those general themes. You went ahead and you did a plain black background with lighting, and I think it's beautiful. It's exceptionally beautiful the way you did it. So I have 2 questions for you. First thing is, where did you do that? And second thing is, why did you go ahead with that plain black background?
It's a good question. We actually thought about other ideas and went through concepts, but we decided to go with this concept because this whole song is a very emotional song. It's very intimate, the feeling. We thought of an idea how we could bring out the true feeling between yourself, basically writing your own words, your own message about yourself. And we didn't want it to be we didn't want to have any distractions about from a water or a forest or anything. This is a very unique concept, and the feedback says it all. Everybody, whoever saw this video, really felt not the song, but everybody felt their own emotions more. So that's why we went with this concept.
I think that we have 3 extremely talented people over here, and I think that because of that, we have this success of a music video. It's beautiful, and we are going to play that music video right now. And right after that, we're going to have Motty and Moshe come back with a beautiful, inspiring performance. Let's cut away to the music video now.
Mein Herz ist halb zerteilt in zweien. Es schreit aus dem Schiff, ich kann meien. Wie der Breck von a Jam, wo's warft. Wie der Kohl von einem Pog, wo's scharft. Se sieht, es se darf.
Mein Herz hebt auf der Steine daien. Meine Fies komm, wo sei steien. Als brach in a Geidlich. Dem himmlischen Tier ich sich. Ich frag, ich schrei, ich wart, ich kriech in Krieg.
Verrak nur die kennst überkehren, mis bediene Mochoi. Mein Koidesh lechoi, lechtig in Voi.
Verrak nur die weiß, wie uns sie kommen, la lev sheli. Us heilen ma plog in mi, dat nur die. Mein Herz ist halb verteilt in zweien, halb von mir in halb L'Shem Shemayim.
Wie der Breck von a Jam, wo's warft. Wie der Kohl von einem Pog, wo's scharft. Se sieht, in se darf.
Verragt nur die kennst überkehren, mis bediene Mochoil. Mein Koidesh lechoil, lechtig in Voi.
Verragt nur die weiß, wie uns sie kommen, la lev sheli. Us heilen man plug in mi. Wie tate nur die. Ich halt schon bang, schwell wie ich Ott fällt zusammen. Ich bänk in schwenk, der Träng sich tief in Jam.
Oh, verrack noch die kennst überkehren, misbedielen, mochoil. Mein Koi, der schlechoil, weil du bist der Adoi, na Koi.
Verrack noch die weiß wie uns ich kimmel a lef shali us heilen man blut in mi tat no di
Verrack nur die kennst überkehren, man klogt sie freit, wie alle Probleme sie geht, lechtiger
Verrack nur die weiß wie uns ich kimmel a lef shali us heilen man blut in mi tat no di mein Herz. Mein Herz. Mein Herz ist halb zerteilt in zweien.
Okay, I just want a quick disclaimer. We're about to start the performance. It is really cold. We're up in Muncie. It's really cold, but we're outside anyway. We have about 10 feet between everybody, and we have one person manning all three cameras because the social distancing, because we want to be able to bring you the entertainment today, but we want to make sure that everybody's safe. So we did the bare minimum. We did it outdoors to keep the safety, but we are here to bring you the entertainment. Chevre, take it away.
What?
Mein Herz ist halb zerteilt in zweien. Es schreit heraus dem Schiff, ich kam ein. Wie der Breck von a Jam, wo's warft. Wie der Kohl von einem Pog, wo schafft. Sie sieht und sie da.
Mein Herz sagt auf der Steine daien, meine Fies komm, wo sei steien. Zerbrochene Keile ich, dem himmlischen Tier ich sich. Ich frag, ich schrei, ich wart, ich krieg in Krieg.
Wie verrak no die kennst du bekehren mis bediele mochoi. Bein koidesh lechoi, lechtig in voil.
Frag nur die weiß wie uns sie kimmen, la lev sheli. Os heilen man plug in me. Tate nur
Es ist halb zerteilt in zweien, halb von mir in halb der Shem Shemayim. Wie der Breck von a Jam, wo's warft, wie der Kohl von einem Pog, wo's scharft, sie sieht in sie darf.
Verrak nur die kennst du bekennen, misbediele mochoil. Bein koidesh lechoil, lechtig in wo.
ורק נודי, די weiß wie uns sie kimmel a lef sheli. Aus heilem am plug in mi, bitate nodi.
Wie rot schon bam, schwell wie rot Walzer.
Ich bin in Schwenk, der Träng sich tief in Jan.
Oi, verak no die kennst die bekenntnis bedienen mochoy. Mein koi des lechoil, lechtig in wo.
ורק נודי, די weiß wie uns sie kimmel a lef sheli. Aus heilem am plug in mi, bitate nodi.
Verak no die kennst die bekehren, man klugt sie freit. Wie alle Problemen zu geit, lechtiger heit.
ורק נודי, די weiß wie uns sie kimmel a lef sheli. Us heilen jedens plug in mi, wie tate nor di. Moi man Herz, oi 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 unser Herz. Man Herz ist halb zerteilt in zwei.
Thank you.
Now we'll do together some Pesach stuff, some songs. Mama ya khakeloi, oy 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 khakeloi, mama ya khakeloi, voy voy lo ya khay, mama ya khakeloi, oy 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 khakeloi, mama ya khakeloi, voy voy lo ya khay,
Voy, 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 lo ya Ki voy, 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 lo ya Ki voy, 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 lo ya Ki voy, 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 lo ya
From do it longer, everybody. Mi soya khakeloi, oy 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 khakeloi, mi soya khakeloi, voy voy lo ya khay,
mi soya khakeloi, oy 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 khakeloi, mi soya khakeloi. Ki voy oy lo ya khay im ma khakeloi. Oy 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 oy. This reminds me of the beach vibes in Panama City.
Ay voy voy, voy 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 lo ya khay. voy voy ki voy 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 lo yachai ki voy voy ki voy 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 lo yachai ki voy voy ki voy 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 lo yachai
ki voy ki voy voy lo yachai ki voy ki voy voy lo yachai
ki voy 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 lo yachai ki voy voy ki voy 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 lo yachai
Yiddishe amdu lavoy sayni Loni
Yiddishe amdu lavoy sayni ולוני שלא אחד בלבד עומד עולייני שלא אחד בלבד עומד עולייני אי שלא אחד בלבד שלא אחד בלבד עומד עולייני בחלוי סייני
ay elo shep khol doir vodoin elo shep khol doir vodoin oim dim olayni lechaloy sayni elo shep khol doir vodoin elo shepchol doir vodoir oim dim olayni lechaloy sayni
vehakodesh borechi matzilayni biyodam ay vehakodesh borechi matzilayni biyodam
Yakodesh borechi matzilayni biyodam
vehakodesh borechi matzilayni biyodam Yiddishe yamdo lavoy sayni. Sing along wherever you are. Lavoy sayni veloni shelo echad belvad umad olayni lechaloy sayni umad olayni lechaloy sayni
Yiddishe amdu lavoy sayni Yiddishe amdu lavoy sayni veloni shelo echad bilvad olayni lechaloy sayni omad olayni lechaloy sayni
Oy vakudosh borechi matzilayni biyodam v'yakudosh borechi matzilayni weil versteht sie halev sheli matzilayni biyodam
vakudosh borechi Matzilayni mi yondam Vakodosh Boruchi Matzilayni mi yondam
To all the kinderlich, sing along.
Kadash Irechatz Karpas Yachatz Magit Rochzu Moitzi Matzu Muroi Goirach Shilchan Oirach Zofin Bairach Halayl Nirtzu
Oy kadai shirchatz karpas yacht magid rochzu moitzi matzu muroir koirach shilchan oirach zufen baraych alal nirtzu
Savodem Mim Mitzrayim Mim Mitzrayim Mim Mitzrayim Mi weiß Savodem Mim Mitzrayim Ay Mim Mitzrayim Gei al Tuni Mi weiß Savodem Pedisuni Mim Mitzrayim Mim Mitzrayim Mim Mitzrayim Gei al Tuni Mi weiß Savodem Pedisuni Mim Mitzrayim Mim Mitzrayim
Mitzrayim Gei al Tuni Mi weiß Savodem Pedisun Mim Mitzrayim Mi weiß Savodem Mim Mitzrayim Mim Mitzrayim Mim Mitzrayim Mi weiß Savodem Mim Mitzrayim
Ay Mim Mitzrayim Gei al Tuni Mi weiß Savodem Pedisuni Mim Mitzrayim Mim Mitzrayim Mim Mitzrayim Gei al Tuni Mi weiß Savodem Pedisuni Mim Mitzrayim Mim Mitzrayim Mim Mitzrayim, mi weiß Savodem Mim Mitzrayim, Mim Mitzrayim Mim Mitzrayim, mi weiß Savodem Mim Mitzrayim, Mim Mitzrayim
You know, so many people will be this year, the first year, Pesach at home. And we have them in mind, the elderly, the Zaydis and Babas. So many people have to be alone. And Emet Hashem, one day, may it be L'shuna Abu B'nai Chayrin. One day, we will be sitting together with a carbon Pesach, eating all together, without gloves, without social distancing. One day, Emet Hashem.
Ein Tag, ein Tag, ein Tag. Ein Tag, ein Tag, ein Tag.
Ja, ein Tag, ein Tag, ein Tag. Her, was ich sag, mir nicht kann Plog, ein Tag. Wir gehen singen zusammen, we'll sing together. Da, da, yaini, da, da, yaini, da, da, yaini, da, yaini, da, yaini, da, yaini, da, da, yaini, da, da, yaini, da, da, yaini, da, yaini, da, yaini.
ein Tag, da nie. Yeah. Enough with the gloves on our hands. Let's see, one day we'll all sit together and sing. Motty, take it away.
We sing it together, halef sheli, mein Herz. Es mod gemacht zusammen mit Moshe. You got it, Schwartz. Such a production, without an introduction. We say du a gewaltige Sach. A so viel geschreines und Talent, a so Sach.
Ich sag Motty, 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 hey, was ich sag. Lass mir singen etwas für die ein Tag an. Ich geh dir nicht kein Schlag, aber ich bete, ich erzieh jedem Span in Plog.
Wie ische du. Die Welt ist jetzt an so schwere Schuh. Schwierige Seires, Coronavirus, wir haben die Breites. Und sie Beul Jeschies, verklall Jesruel Jeschies. Und kann schimmen Jes, nicht wissen, fin kann je Gies. Wir kann aber ein Scheuel, sie soll schon sein, lechtigen Wohl. Weil Tate, die verstehst, na halef Scheli, Tate no die. Moshe, was er etwas?
Die gess mir alles, zar keini, aber hab was die gess mich, such ich noch als jetzt da jaini, so mach ich gesens. Okay, that's why Motty does what he does and I do what I do.
Come on, let's tell your voice. Yiddlich, we have a choice. Peisig to raise our voice. Zu wissen, der Beschäfer ist groß. Kamu, alles. Der Beure, je Manik fiert alles. Wir haben nicht ganz alles. Nein, nein. Da, yaini, da, yaini, da, yaini, da, yaini, da, yaini, da, yaini, da, yaini. Bim Heiru, wie you meini, da, yaini. Mit Moschiach zieht keini.
Wir immer mal, es nicht kaschala, beid ganz schön feit sich alle. Ja. Kaschala, jeder alle. Der spielt, der ist der kleine Wild. Tag, was ich vermag.
Moshe, willst du etwas sagen, Moshe? Now, we have wonderful parents and wonderful kinderlich at home watching from all over. And thank you for tuning in and watching us. And if you have any requests, Adrave, send it in. And for alle kinderlich we sitzen daheim, we'll do something. It's on my previous album. Halte ruhig Berel. I'm sure sag kinderlich darf man sich halten ruhig. And let's do it. Halte ruhig Berel. I'm sure you know the song. And if you know the words, sing along. Adrave. C minor. Will sein a gitter Mann, sucht dem Pab, ich hab a Plan. Ich weiss, auf Schabes, und die hast noch a so viel was sie tun. Aros helfen, ich gei in den Grasserei. Und ich will auch et mitnehmen in zer 5-jährig sehen. Wie nur setzt sich heran in Kar, heibt sich der Panne zahlt, das Kind schreit, ich will nicht gehen. Nur heute Mami kommt. Setzt sich herup, stellt sich auf, de Fenster herup, de Fenster rauf. Ich darf sie essen, Zind und Musik, dadurch aus die ganze Weg brimmt. Hey, de Tate te de Lippen kaien, de Tate will sich nemmen, schreien. Man taie Kind, was gäste ja sa Kerl. Zum Kind, geht sich a Dreier, in Stillerheit geht a Brim. Ich bete dich. Halt dich ruhig, Bärl. Endlich in Geschäft im Steiz, Erev Shabbos übergedreht, Schäfele, Chap und mein Hand, die sollst dich nicht verlieren. Du Single aber wie ein Kegener, nimmt sich Läufen, zieht der Wegener, Tati, lass me nehmen aufwogen, und ich will es feiern. Noch einer der Tata Wort gibt, das Kind aufwogen, stippt und schleppt, setzt daran in Koinem, jeder schreit, kick wie der Geist. Es heiben nun fliehen Sachen, säcklich, trasken, fläschlich krachen, in der Tate kann kaum warten, sie werden ausgeleist. Hoi, die Tate, die Lippen kaien, die Tate will sich nehmen, you got it. Man taie Kind, was machst du mir das Leben mal so schwer? Zum Kind, geht sich a Dreier, in Stillerheit geht a Brim. Ich bete dich, halt dich ruhig, Bärl. Bambazul ot me halt, plötzlich oit go a Gewalt, das Kind bemerkt, de Abteilung von dem am Takem. Mit Keulitz geht Ascherei, man darf noch kaufen Ascherei. Der Tate probiert ihn beruhigen, mit der Wurm racken. Das Kind warft sich auf der Rede, das Geschäft wird übergekehrt. Viele der Balbus allein, kommt dahin zu laufen. Der Tate geht sich a Kikarim, zähntliche Augen vernimmt ihm. Tracht sie sich, ich meine sich, kennst du nicht mehr, du kommst kaufen. De Tate te de Lippen kaien, de Tate will sich nemmen schreien. Oi, man taie Kind, ich bete dich mit a Trädel. Zum Kind, geht sich a Dreier, immer hinter der Zein, geht a Brim. Ich bete dich, halt dich ruhig, Bärl. Halt schon auf dem Weg heraus, spielt a Klappe, dreht sich aus, a fremde Mensch, juckt ihm Rebiet, ich staun mit Winder. Ich hab mitgehalten und gesehen, alles was ist du geschehen, sucht's mir, wie nennt man Nasa Geduld zu den Kindern. Den Pluren nehmen sich sucht der bald, ich wollt mich nicht angehalten, bloß ach betrachten, bei mir in Kopf herauf, der Blit ist. Ihr beigt sich zu ja so genuig, Bärl, halt dich ruhig, Rabbi dich mir sag sogen, ich weiß nicht, wie ja so ihr Tittes. Hoi, de Tate te de Lippen kaien, in a Schmeichele, tit sich ma naien. Nein, mein Freund, lass mich dir geben an Erklärung. Zum Kind geht sich a Dreier, in Stillerheit geht a Brim. Mein Kind heißt Chaim, ich heiß Bärl. Hey, jetzt jeder tit de Lippen kaien, aber keiner tit nicht schreien, weil kann ein Jüngele geht nicht kann überkehren. Jede Tate Mama kickt sich an ihm, in Offenheit geht man ab ihm. Ich hab als a Woile Süße, Chaim Ephraim, Schmili Ephraim, Riven, Sisi, Leile in Bärl.
One of the greatest songs.
Oh, we have some requests. Stunning requests, good requests.
We have a request to sing Brivele. Brivele, that's a huge song, a long song. But we'll try to do at least the first part. At least something. Second part? First part, the second part? Doesn't say. Okay. We'll start with the second round. Oy ashra berhot der Melech gehat amol. Oy David ben Yishai der Neim Smires Yisroel. Wie hat geschrieben, hat keiner nicht gekannt. Mit Gagiem in a Have, mit de Fiedele in de Hand. In de schwerste Matzuvim geschrieben, Zim kai Choy. Hashem Rabbi Tzuroi, Rabbim Kumim Uloi. Ich loi bin Dank, Var Hashem Elekoi. Imu ushiv l'Hashem, Kol tag miloi uloi. David is mir nicht du, aber doch ist uns verblieben. Die alle Briefen, was hat zum Melech geschrieben. Ins Nemmer de Ksuvim, in unsere Matzuvim, in mir leinen eben. Die alle Zures, was David is arriben. Chotschis private Unionen, was David is mischoire. Die Briefelig seinen aber, dem Eibischten mir eure. Der Beure tit lechzen, Herren wie mir kechzen, Tfilo le dovet. Dus is an gräste Tschikes, an gräste Kuve. Oh, Eli, mi hego.
Herzige Briefelig lei.
Es der Mann mit zurück, die Stimme von Dovedel allein. Wie die Schierelig, des Mierelig, es nimmt mich herin. In jedes Mudileis, die Briefelig, wer ich mulai rachamim. Ui lai mi de herzige Briefelig lei. Dan Herz, dan Gebet, durch dem, will ich verstehen. De Zettelig, nasse Blättelig, es öffnet jede Tür. In jedes Mudileis, die Briefelig, wein ich mit dir zusammen. Oi, oi, Tilemo. Oi, 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 Tilemo. Kili amuram David, biatzmoi. Oi, 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 Briefelig, in jeden Matze wie Zwiebele. Und kommen bis im Melech, kommen en nur so. Another one? Okay.
Techno.
We have many requests, and my phone keeps on buzzing and drizzling, and I'm sure I have many requests, but it's freezing, and we're here, we have to go in a few minutes. So I think the final few songs will be an upbeat
and something related to Pesach. And thank you all for watching. Shkoich for jeder meinem über die ganze Welt. And so wir alle hoben akushen freilichen Jantiv. We'll do something upbeat together.
Pesach el khusam khomesh butam vetzit khusam Motty
Kashe zuchini lesadai roisoy Kashe zuchini lesadai roisoy Kai niske lasoy soy Zach shoy chayne meyoynu Koi maim kahaladas mimono Bekuroiv nahayl nitaychanu Bekuroiv nahayl nitaychanu B'diyim letziyoin bereyenu Dirirai lai 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 la 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 lai Dirirai lai 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 la 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 lai Dirirai lai 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 la 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 lai Dirirai lai lai la la lai 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 la 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 lai lai la 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 lai
Dirai lai lai dirai lai lai dira da 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 dum dirai lai lai dirai lai lai da 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 dum dirai lai lai dirai lai oh dira da dum dirai lai lai dirai lai la oh oh
dirai lai 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 dirai social distancing dirai dirai lai lai lam hoy 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 hoy
Der Eulen checkt daran, der Eulen checkt daran, der ganze Eulen checkt daran, der Eulen checkt daran.
V'hishayam du lavi sayni veluni V'hishayam du lavi sayni veluni V'hishayam du lavi sayni veluni V'hishayam du lavi sayni veluni
Shelo yechad bilvad, dimalayn ilchalay sayni Shelo yechad bilvad, dimalayn ilchalay sayni
Eila shem chaloi v'doi, dimalayn ilchalay sayni Eila shem chaloi v'doi, dimalayn ilchalay sayni
Ve'akudosh borechi matzilayn miyudam Ve'akudosh borechi matzilayn miyudam
V'hishayam du lavi sayni veluni V'hishayam du lavi sayni veluni V'hishayam du lavi sayni veluni V'hishayam du lavi sayni veluni
Shelo yechad bilvad, dimalayn ilchalay sayni Shelo yechad bilvad, dimalayn ilchalay sayni
Shep chaloi v'doi, rim dimalayn ilchalay sayni Eila shep chaloi v'doi, rim dimalayn ilchalay sayni Ve'yakudosh borechi matzilayn miyudam Ve'yakudosh borechi Ay, soll schön sein, soll schön sein, soll schön sein Der Beschäfer wird gewältigen allein Ach, wie schein, ach, wie schein, ach, wie schein Wenn Moschiach wird kommen, Zigein
Soll schön sein, soll schön sein, soll schön sein Der Beschäfer wird gewältigen allein Ach, wie schein, ach, wie schein, ach, wie schein Mit mir heidel, wer you mine, you mine
Melich al kol oilam kille Bezeide was a chushe vekehille De ganze oilem checkt daran Jetzt in de größes Mann Melich al kol oilam kille Nicht du, de Wetter afille Jeder einer halt mit in a Saat Finden und empfinde wat Ilo mir a boy sei in einem singen Moshe Ilowitz singen, ich springen. Als was soll schön sein, soll schön sein, soll schön sein.
Der Schäfer wird gewaltig in allein. Ach wie schein, ach wie schein, ach wie schein. Mit Motty zu singen in ein.
Sein, soll schön sein, soll schön sein. Der Schäfer wird gewaltig in allein.
Ai, ai, ach wie schein, ach wie schein, ach wie schein. Wenn jeder singt zusammen von in der Heim. Oh.
Baruch Hashem, we have the possibility and the ability to sing together. So let's do that. And let's danken de Meibishnas. We had the opportunity to sing. And let me sing in ein Boruch Hashem, Boruch Hashem. Di-di-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra. Boruch Hashem, Boruch Hashem. Di-di-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra. Ay, ay, Boruch Hashem, Boruch Hashem. Ay, ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra. Boruch Hashem, Boruch Hashem.
Ganz darauf, ganz darauf. Hashem, Boruch Hashem. Di-di-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra. Boruch Hashem, Boruch Hashem. Di-di-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra.
Oy, 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 Boruch Hashem, Boruch Hashem. Ay, ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra. Boruch Hashem, Boruch Hashem. Ay, ra-ra-ra-ra-ra-ra.
Ai, ai, wenn Mashiach wird kommen, wird rasen mit den Fingern. Die sind in der Jiden, die sind in der Jiden. Das haben wir Karef gewähnt. Die Gille Haschleime. Mashiach wird kommen, wird rasen mit den Fingern.
Die sind in der Jiden, die sind in der Jiden. So haben wir Karef gewähnt. Die Gille Haschleime. Imi fi zarachu, imi fi zeira zarachu. You mar Hashem, oh mar Hashem. Mayatu v'yatu ilom.
Mashiach wird kommen, wird rasen mit den Fingern. Die sind in der Jiden, die sind in der Jiden. Das haben wir Karef gewähnt. Die Gille Haschleime.
Mashiach wird kommen, wird rasen mit den Fingern. Die sind in der Jiden, die sind in der Jiden. So haben wir Karef gewähnt. Ich digge in der Jaschleime.
Aliyu Nevizo Chilatoy.
Chilatoy.
Aliyu Nevizo 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 Chilatoy. Aliyu Yanovi. Zuchilatoy. Aliyu Yanovi. Zuchilatoy. Aliyu Yanovi. Zuchilatoy. Aliyu Yanovi. Zuchilatoy.
Lass mir hören, sing's mit mir. Aliyu Nevi, steht beim Tier. Wir singen zusammen. Karibri boy no lam. Motty, fangst du noch etwas?
Aliyu Nevi. Zuchilatoy.
Aliyu Nevi so Chilatoy.
Aliyu kommt zu jedens Häuf.
Wie kommt zu jedens Häuf?
Beten mir für Aliyu.
Beten wir für Aliyu.
Yeshias Refias Gedas Kurui.
Das
Aliyu Yanovi. Zuchilatoy. Aliyu Yanovi. Zuchilatoy. Aliyu Yanovi. Zuchilatoy. Aliyu Yanovi. Zuchilatoy. Shom no shi, shir, shir chodeshi v'no. bin no no nale vi shom no shi shi khod da shi vi no 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 nale
Nei amigdash, bonei amigdash, yoy temala. Bonei amigdash, yoy temala.
Oy bunay amigdash yoy temalay Yibune amigdash yoy temalay
Bisham no shir,
Shir khorash
Ivir no no, oh, sing zusammen. Bisham no shir, Ivir no no, v'no no le mot
Bunay amigdash yoy temalay Zogen klur Nächste Jahr wird man singen und tanzen in einem alle Weil Yibune Hamigdash yoy temalay Yibune Hamigdash yoy temalay
Sham no shir chodashir no no, ey Vina v'sham no, jeden heim Ey, vina Ivir no na leve
Sham no shir
Ey,
Ivino
oh
Sham no shir Ivino
Lass me heren da willen dit brimmen Me neemt de hand haar grootste tillen Me daven bis Mashiach dit kimmen
We'll say Hulach Moyanu. Ushatu Hoche. Now we're here. Yet everything's doing gulas. We have coronavirus. We have all kinds of problems. But Met Hashem, L'shunu Abu B'Yerushalayim, L'shunu Abu B'nai Chayrin. All together with Mashiach Tzedkayni. L'shunu Abu B'Yerushalayim, L'shunu Abu B'Yerushalayim, L'shunu Abu B'Yerushalayim, L'shunu Abu B'Yerushalayim Amiyo.
Many happy days are coming now, won't you please listen to me? We'll be singing, dancing, laughing, everybody just you wait and see. Miracles, amazing wonders, like no one's ever seen before. Finally the magic moment we've all been waiting for. Please listen to me. We'll be singing, dancing, laughing, everybody just you wait and see. Miracles, amazing wonders, like no one's ever seen before. Finally the magic moment we've all been waiting for.
I listen to Habu B'Yerushalayim, L'shunu Habu B'Yerushalayim, L'shunu Habu B'Yerushalayim, L'shunu Habu B'Yerushalayim.
Thank you so much. You guys did a fabulous job. Thank you so much. My phone went from 100% to 1% just by having my phone light up with text messages and WhatsApps, how much people are enjoying it. Thank you all for watching. I have one more question, Motty and Moshe. Today's days, the way it works is that many people look up to the performers, to the artists, that they have a real koyach from the Rebbeinu Shalom to be mashpia, to be mechazek Klal Yisrael. And that's the way it is today. I want to ask you, I'm going to start off with Mati. Do you have, Klal Yisrael is going through a very, very difficult matz of today's days. Do you have a certain message? I know you as performers, I myself, I'm a game show host, many events canceled. For all of you, it must be a difficult time as well. Stamazoi, many of us know people that are in the hospital or loilani worse, and Parnusa is down a lot. It's very hard for anybody. Is there any message that you could give over for Klal Yisrael?
Obviously, it's very hard. It's impossible to have an answer, but I'll tell you this. And I have a song about this, and somebody actually called me today that this song is so relevant for Pesach and because of the virus that we have, now. Basically, one Seder night, the Ksaf Sofer asked a question. His father was the Ksam Sofer. He was a little boy, and he asked his father a question on the Aguda. And his father told him, he didn't answer him anything. And the Ksaf Sofer asked him again, Tati, I'm asking you something. His father, macht sich nicht wissendig, sucht ihm gunish. Now, after a few times, repeating the same question, the Tata sucht nicht gunish. And the Ksaf Sofer was crying. After the Seder, after a few hours, the Ksam Sofer takes his son and he tells him, the answer is very simple. It's this and this and this and this. So the Ksaf Sofer sagt, Tati, oi das gewisst, if you knew the answer, was hast du mir nicht geämpft gleich, teike für mir yad. So the Ksam Sofer told him, Shefele, Pesach Vanacht, it's a time to ask questions, but you know what? I want to teach you a lesson. In your life, you will have many, many questions. I want you to know, not always will you have the answer right away, but you should know there is an answer. I wanted to learn, I wanted to teach you that there's an answer, but maybe you don't know it now. Maybe you have to wait a few hours, a few days, a few weeks. Dezelfde Sache is jetzt. Pesach kommt. It's a begin of Kana ben Shoel. We're asking many questions. And people, losing parnusas. And I had simchas the past 2 weeks. It wasn't b'shleimus. But there is an answer, and hopefully we will find out the answer very, very, very soon.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Beautiful words of Chizuk Shkoyach Mati. What about you, Moshe? Do you have any message to give over to the tzivur that's watching?
My message is not as spiritual as Moti's, but I would say two things. A, being a Breslov Chussid, we know that everything in life is a Yerida L'Tzoyrech Aliyah, so you have to sometimes go down to reach up higher. So maybe this is part of that, so life becomes better for everyone. And B, I feel like it just makes a difference what you do in this time. Like, it's a time that you can connect with loved ones. I saw a great picture where there's two people sitting in a prison cell, both drawing a painting of what they see out the window. One guy is drawing only the bars that he sees, and the other guy is drawing the beautiful sun and sky outside without the bars. So it's a matter of what you see, and you make the best out of it. Stay positive.
Wow, beautiful. Stay positive. Shkoyach Moshe, I want to give a big thank you to our keys over there, Avram David Lunger. You did a great job. Everybody did a great job over here. There's Avram David. I want to give everybody a big thank you for coming out over here in the freezing cold. Yeah, staying out here for an hour is freezing cold. And I want to give a big thank you. Could we pan the camera over for a second to Avram Tzvi Spitzer sitting over there? Oh, it doesn't go that far. We have Avram Tzvi Spitzer that arranged this entire thing. Stellar Productions for free of charge. He did it. He's sitting out over here in the freezing cold, wearing a mask and gloves, trying to fidget between all the small little buttons. I want to thank Sam. Sam, what's your last name? I'm sorry.
Gilbert.
Sam Schwartz. I want to thank you for manning all three cameras over here to bring entertainment to hundreds or thousands of people sitting at home in quarantine. Thank you so much. And like they sang before, the Shuna Abu Yishlayim, but like they sang even earlier, Zol Shein Zan de Ge'ile.